Some ideas transcend individual lives and spark global movements. In 1956, Earl Nightingale, a pioneering thinker in the field of personal development, recorded a spoken-word message that would forever alter the landscape of self-improvement. Titled, "The Strangest Secret," this recording made history as the first spoken-word message to sell over 1 million copies. In less than half an hour, Nightingale distilled a lifetime of wisdom, offering profound insights into the nature of success, happiness, and the limitless potential within every human being. His message has not only stood the test of time, but continues to inspire and empower people across generations, cultures, and walks of life. But what exactly is the strangest secret? What is the core principle that has influenced millions, including entrepreneurs, leaders, and everyday dreamers who sought a better life? In this detailed breakdown, we will explore each element of Nightingale's message, examining the underlying principles, practical applications, and transformative stories. By the end, you will not only understand the philosophy at the heart of the strangest secret, but you will also possess actionable strategies to integrate its wisdom into your daily existence. Earl Nightingale opens with a profound and foundational observation. The strangest secret is that we become what we think about. This single statement, simple yet deeply powerful, encapsulates the essence of his philosophy. Nightingale's insight is that our minds are the architects of our future. What we repeatedly focus on, we inevitably become. As he states, we become what we think about all day long. At first glance, this idea may appear deceptively simple. However, Nightingale urges us to recognize the profound implications. The circumstances you experience today are a direct manifestation of the thoughts you habitually entertained in the past. If your mind is preoccupied with fear, limitation, and self-doubt, your actions and outcomes will reflect those constraints. Imagine a would-be entrepreneur who, after dwelling on doubt and fear, deletes an email pitch for a promising venture, thereby missing out on a potential opportunity. Conversely, if you nurture thoughts of growth, possibility, and ambition, you will naturally gravitate toward greater achievements. Nightingale emphasizes, the mind moves in the direction of our currently dominant thoughts. Nightingale uses the analogy of the mind as fertile soil. Your dominant thoughts are like seeds planted within it. The soil does not discriminate between seeds of weeds or flowers. It simply brings forth what is sown. The mind, like land, will return what you plant, Nightingale explains. This means that whether you cultivate negativity or positivity, your mind will nurture and grow those seeds into reality. Ultimately, you reap what you sow in the garden of your mind, becoming the harvest of your thoughts. Nightingale provides a sobering analysis of why so few people reach their true potential. He presents a striking statistic. Out of every 100 individuals who start out equally at age 25, by the age of 65, only 1 will be wealthy, 4 will be financially independent, 5 will still be working out of necessity, and a staggering 54 will be broke and dependent. The remaining are either deceased or unable to work. This statistic is not merely a reflection of luck or external circumstances. It is a direct result of how people think, set goals, and make decisions throughout their lives. To further substantiate this point, a recent Gallup report highlights similar trends, revealing that only a small fraction of people achieve financial stability and career satisfaction by midlife. Such contemporary data underscores the enduring relevance of Nightingale's insights. Why does this disparity occur? Nightingale asserts that the fundamental reason lies in the failure to take conscious control of one's thoughts and direction. Most people, he observes, conform to societal expectations, drifting along with the current rather than steering their own course. They live reactively, allowing circumstances and the opinions of others to dictate their choices rather than living intentionally and purposefully. As Nightingale puts it, the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. Rather than striving for their authentic desires or highest aspirations, Many people settle for what feels safe or socially acceptable. They allow the fear of failure, criticism, or rejection to suffocate their dreams before they ever have a chance to blossom. This self-imposed limitation is the greatest barrier to genuine fulfillment. Nightingale cautions, don't let the fear of the time it will take to accomplish something stand in the way of your doing it. The time will pass anyway. A cornerstone of The Strangest Secret is Nightingale's revolutionary definition of success. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Unlike conventional notions that equate success solely with wealth or status, Nightingale broadens the definition to encompass anyone who is actively pursuing a meaningful goal. He clarifies, if a man is working toward a predetermined goal and knows where he's going, that man is a success. To help determine whether a goal meets Nightingale's standard, consider a simple 2-item litmus test. Ask yourself, does it excite me? Does it serve others? This quick checklist transforms the abstract notion of a worthy ideal into a practical guide for action. This expanded definition fundamentally alters our understanding of what it means to be successful. You do not need to wait for external validation or final achievement to see yourself as a success. Nightingale insists that the very act of striving toward a worthy goal marks the transition from aimless drifting to purposeful living. The moment you set your sights on a meaningful objective and begin moving toward it, you have already achieved success in its truest sense. Nightingale illustrates the power of goal setting with a vivid metaphor. People who set clear, purposeful goals are like ships with a precise destination mapped out. They know exactly where they are headed, and even when adversity arises, be it setbacks, obstacles, or unforeseen challenges, they are able to adjust their course and continue moving forward with determination. He observes, people with goals succeed because they know where they're going, but those without goals, they drift aimlessly like ships without a rudder, at the mercy of the wind and tide, going wherever circumstances push them. This is why Nightingale places such strong emphasis on writing down your goal, reviewing it daily, and ensuring that your thoughts and actions are consistently aligned with your chosen destination. He urges, put your goal on a card, carry it with you. Look at it every chance you get. By doing so, you continually reinforce your intention, programming your subconscious mind to work relentlessly toward your aspiration. Remember, the mind is fertile soil, and whatever you plant will grow. One of the most actionable and transformative features of The Strangest Secret is Nightingale's 30-day experiment. He encourages every listener to take just one idea, the principle that we become what we think about, and rigorously put it to the test in their own lives. Nightingale's challenge is clear. Act as though it were impossible to fail. For 30 days, make your dominant thought your chosen goal, and observe the changes that begin to unfold. To make this challenge even more attainable, consider incorporating a simple daily ritual into your routine. Begin each morning with a 60-second visualization of your goal as if it has already been achieved. As you close your eyes, vividly picture the details of your success and feel the emotions associated with this accomplishment. This small, repeatable action requires just a minute of your time, but greatly helps reinforce your commitment to the experiment. For an entire month, direct all your energy, attention, and imagination toward your chief aim. Whenever fear, doubt, or negative thinking threatens to intrude, immediately replace those thoughts with images of your goal already achieved. Nightingale advises, guard your mind as you would your most valuable possession. Treat your mind as a treasure chest, protect its contents with vigilance and care, knowing that your future depends on what you allow to take root. By the end of the 30-day period, you will likely notice a remarkable transformation. New opportunities will begin to appear, creative ideas will emerge, and your motivation will grow stronger. The process of consistent, focused thought acts as a magnet, drawing circumstances, people, and resources that align with your goal. Nightingale reminds us, everything begins with an idea. The secret is not merely to understand these principles intellectually, but to embody them in your everyday actions. Although The Strangest Secret was recorded nearly 7 decades ago, its message is more relevant now than ever before. In our modern world, saturated with distractions like TikTok loops and Slack pings, information overload, and relentless comparison, it is alarmingly easy to lose sight of your own direction and allow external influences to shape your thoughts. Nightingale's wisdom serves as a powerful reminder to reclaim your mental sovereignty, to choose your own thoughts deliberately, and to resist the pull of negativity, fear, and conformity. Nightingale reminds us that we are the captains of our own ships, responsible for charting our own destinies. If we cultivate the courage to think differently, pursue a worthy goal, and guard the gates of our minds, we gain the ability to create a life of unique meaning and fulfillment. As he so eloquently puts it, all you need is the plan, the roadmap, and the courage to press on to your destination. The Strangest Secret is not simply a concept, it is an open invitation. It urges you to stop drifting through life, to stop waiting for external change, and instead to claim full responsibility for your thoughts and, by extension, the outcomes you experience. Nightingale's message is a call to action, to live by design, not by default. What thought will you plant before you close this page? How might this question linger in your mind and propel you toward change? At its core, Earl Nightingale's message can be distilled into a single, powerful truth. You become what you think about most of the time. This idea is both liberating and daunting, for it places the keys to your future squarely in your own hands. The quality of your thoughts determines the quality of your life. So, could you consider this? What occupies your mind today? What seeds are you intentionally or unintentionally planting in the fertile soil of your thoughts? Because, inevitably, those seeds will determine the harvest you reap tomorrow. As Nightingale wisely said, whatever we plant in our subconscious mind and nourish with repetition and emotion will one day become a reality. If this breakdown of Earl Nightingale's The Strangest Secret gave you clarity or inspiration, I invite you to join a shared mission. Could you take a moment to reflect on a particular insight from this discussion and share one actionable takeaway that you will commit to implementing today? By doing so, you contribute to a community dedicated to personal growth and transformation. Let your commitment be a starting point for impacting not just your own life, but the lives of others who engage with these timeless principles. Together, we'll continue exploring the wisdom that transforms not just your thinking, but your entire life.